For a long time, the accepted wisdom has been that the CEO controlled everything in the company. The organisation served them, not the other way around. Today, that's all changed. Good bosses are learning to support those around them. So what's the best way for modern CEOs to become great mentors? More and more businesses are recognising that the CEO's role has to evolve from being a dictator to being a mentor. And experts say that's because it's the best way to get results.
Science has shown that you can get great results in the short term from ruthlessness, but long-term results, which may not be the type that suddenly go up, but are progressively going up, over and over again relate to how compassionate, how thoughtful, how kind, how nurturing an organization is.
The need for bosses to act more like coaches or mentors is driven by the war to win the best talent.
It's really important for all leaders and peers to give back to each other because it creates that sense of community. You know, I call it everyday mentoring. You have to get into an everyday motion to do something that takes action that creates an opportunity for someone. Those small things that you do every day to help open doors for people or create new opportunities or introduce them to a new resource in the company, that really helps people do the best work that they can.
Being a good mentor is not just about passing on advice, it's also about providing opportunities to learn.
It's also very clear when you think about teams. You want to start creating the feedback loops between the individuals of the team, creating the trust, and then maybe you need to step back and let them solve as exercise totally themselves and not get involved and all. And they might actually be very frustrated at you and say, hey, why are you not providing more leadership? Why are you not providing more clarity here? And you're like, yeah, but this is, actually part of you, learning.
Successful mentoring depends on an honest and open relationship between those involved.
There is no room for mistrust. There is no room for kind of hedging or passive aggression or anything like that. Because if you can be really candid with people in a way that they understand that you're acting in their best interests and they're predisposed to react in your best interest, then you can move really quick, and you can really capture the best of each person. So I think there's a lot of mentorship that happens on the fly in that way that's not necessarily the more senior person in the organization mentoring the more junior person, but it's going in all directions. I have learned a tremendous amount from the people who nominally report to me.
Being a mentor is not just a one-way street, and CEOs can learn as much, if not more, from those they are coaching, as well as from their peers.
You always want to kind of give back and kind of pass down the benefits that you had. And then selfishly, you also learn a lot because you're talking to new startups that have new ideas that are pushing boundaries in ways that you hadn't thought about. The worst thing you can do is get isolated in your own business, your own industry, with your own sort of pace of development and change and thinking. And so I work with younger early stage startups, it causes me to think completely differently.
When you're used to calling the shots, letting go and learning to support others does not always come easily. The best CEOs know it's not all about them. The most important part of their job is to help those around them to be at their best. If they win, the company wins too.